What is up, everybody? This is Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. I am coming at you from the Kwik trip in Kenosha, Wisconsin. If you're ever in the area, you gotta check this place out. Exit 340. They got a Roadies across the street, so plenty of parking around here. This Kwik trip, let me tell you, is probably as big as, we're talking about the inside, about as big or bigger than most like Flying J's. And then just like normal Kwik trips, they have like a lot of food variety. It's almost like a grocery store in there. Parking lot has 106 spots, so a very big Kwik trip. So, you know, there's a TA and a Love's and I think another Petro or something close by. Forget all that. Hit up this Kwik trip, exit 340. What I wanted to talk about today was a video that a subscriber had sent me about theft going on at meat plants. I'm going to put a link to that video in the description below, but apparently what's been happening, and from the gist of it, I think it was happening in Nebraska. I'm not sure if there were any places outside Nebraska, but people were just going into these meat plants, going into staging areas where loaded trailers were, hooking up, and basically just stealing it and trafficking it down to Florida. I think they switched trailers at some point, fake bill of ladings, all that kind of stuff, but that is brazen. And the funny thing about it, I didn't, the message got sent to me when I was sleeping last night, and I didn't really watch it until I was just about to leave the meat plant I was at, and everything started to make sense. I went to, what was the name of this place? JBS in Beardstown, Illinois. And this was the first time I went to a meat plant where they actually had a lock on the landing gear. So I was thinking, that's kind of curious. Never thought about that or never seen that before. Boom. On my way out, when I'm getting everything ready to leave, I'm watching the video, and now it all makes sense. The video is only about 2 or 3 minutes long, so if you have time, check it out. But other than that, I'm just getting over this slight sickness that I had. Got the perfect load. It was a load where I could get there, anytime last night between... Well, I could have got there before I even got the pre-plan, but as late as 2000 tonight. So right now it's 10:39. I picked it up at I left about 12, got there about 2-ish, left at about 3-ish. So we're staged up about 7 miles away from the delivery tomorrow at 0800. So be able to catch up on this sleep. Really haven't had a chance to sleep. I've been getting woke up for all kinds of random issues. Myra driving my other truck, she got backed into at a truck stop the other night, so I got woke up because of that, and then had to kind of walk her through what to do and all that kind of stuff on that, and then just a bunch of random things that kept me getting up. So the damage on that truck is not that bad. It pretty much is just a small, I guess, it's not a crack. It actually went through the hood of the truck clean, and it looks like a L right where the back of the trailer kind of punctured through it. Luckily it was above the light, but where it hit, I'm just wondering what somebody was thinking. Like, if you hit the side of somebody's truck, that's one thing, but if you hit where that truck hit, that's like not even giving a fuck about what you're doing. I mean, that should have been so fucking obvious. I'm assuming that somebody didn't take in consideration that their tandems were all the way to the front or something like that, and they had to concern themselves with the swing. But at either rate, there's no way that should have happened. So, that is about it. So just wanted to bring that little bit of news up. I'm glad that article was sent to me, because I definitely would not have had any idea. And the funny thing about it, I'm sitting here picking up this load, and there's like a security guy driving around where the loaded trailers were, and I was getting a little frustrated, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't that muddy, but it was kind of muddy, and I got this guy driving around, and I almost wanted to say, help a motherfucker out, instead of just driving around here being unuseful, but now it all makes sense to me. But something's got to be done. Well, you know, two things have to be done. One, what meat plant was I at in Rochelle, Illinois? That was probably one of the best. That wasn't actually a plant, but it was a Tyson or something like that. That was like one of the best meat places you could ever pick up at. It was almost like Hershey's. Drop your trailer in this number, pick it up over here. It's all concrete, everything like that. Go out to these places and it's all fucking mud everywhere. And listen, I ain't walking in no 2 inches of mud, so luckily the landing gear was a little bit strong on this, because we did have to pull that up just a little bit. There's no way I'm stepping in all that. But that's one thing that some of these meat plants need to take in consideration. These trailers are too goddamn close together, and some of the conditions is just a little bit unreasonable. The second thing, trying to get a hold of these live load people at night, that shit's getting ridiculous. Now, finally, I just sent a message. So for you new people out there, you know, if nobody's answering, you know, I'm gonna give you 15 minutes. If they don't answer after 15 minutes, I'm just sending a message to dispatch with all the shit that the live load people would be asking me, and I'm rolling. I ain't waiting around for no 30, 45 minutes. I mean, if this is supposed to be a 24-hour day job, then there needs to be somebody there 24 hours a day to handle some of this shit. Because this, I mean, if you're getting on the phone and you're dealing with claims or anything where you got to deal with somebody at night, it's almost, you know what, if I'm going to be nitpicking things about Prime, that's some shit I'm going to nitpick right there. That is actually unreasonable right there. But anyway, enough of that complaining. It still is all about the ink, baby. You know, I guess everybody has to have something to complain about, so that's my complaint. But anyway, that's about it. Seriously, check this place out. I mean, it is so big. These spots are almost so big where you back into them and you're like, man, am I actually in the spot, or am I like straddling two spots? I mean, they're that big. If you've ever been to like the Come and Go, I think that is. I think it's Come and Go. I'm not sure. In right outside of Allentown. I think it's in Kutztown or something like that. Spots that big, but this lot is huge. Give it a shot. You know, I'm trying to encourage my last student to start hitting up some of these off-brand truck stops. Every time I talk to him, oh, I'm taking the rest at the Loves. Oh, I'm over here at the Flying J. Get off of that name brand shit. Stimulate your mind. Try something else. You know what I'm saying? Oftentimes you're going to find some better parking there too. But don't sleep on some of these small 5-6 places either. Anyway, enough about that. I'm just rambling on. But check out that article. Link's going to be in the description. I do appreciate you guys stopping by. No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. As always, comment, subscribe. I'm out.